Good morning. This is a Scrap Your Stash, first one of the new year, so Happy New Year. We are going to be working on a card today. And so the card, I have a card base, but yeah, they're just generic until you decorate them, right? And I only have a couple pieces of paper that we're going to trim down. That's it. So this looks like papaya and then daisy. Of course, I forgot to grab my trimmer, so excuse my reach and my bumpiness. Okay. Forgot to do a lot of things. I forgot to soak my chamois too, but that's okay. I have a jar full of water for that. Okay, so here's the trimmer. Really simple, basic card. I'm going to trim the daisy down to an A2 size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So there's that. And then we're going to color this up with oxides. And I'm going to trim this one down to the same size. Let's do 4 1/4 first. Five 5 1/2. It's almost there anyway. So that'll be our very background of the card. But because I'm using oxides on the daisy, I want to make sure that I have a little bit of wiggle room on the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and move this. We'll figure out, I'm going to put papaya up here so that we can look at colors. I just have my Distress Oxides in a bin right now. I think I ordered the organizer, but we'll see. Just trying to see which ones I have and which ones I want to use for this card. This is going to be a birthday card. Maybe some orange marmalade. Let's make it really bright. Some mustard seed. Picked raspberry is really pretty. And we have to use coral. I think coral is probably a necessity for this card. And I always keep Tattered Rose out because that is a good like blender and kind of subdues some things. So if you're looking for something that's a bit more calm, that's a good one. Okay. See, I think, I don't know if I'll start with those or not, but 2 extras. Here's picked raspberry, marmalade. Pull the others out. This is Tattered Rose. That's coral. And I have my yellow on there, so we're good there. So there's all my colors, and I have extras too, so if I need to, then sometimes they pull apart, whatnot, so it's always good to have extras. I'm going to move my papaya aside, and we're going to just start coloring this, probably, I don't know, dark to light, I don't know. Yeah, we'll do yellow at the top. So maybe I'll do yellow first and then orange, and then we'll go into the reds and the pinks. So I'll move the red and the pink off to the side. Let's use yellow, mustard seed, and spice marmalade. These are actually 2 of my favorites because they're very bold colors. Okay, I'm going to start with mustard seed. And it's good to just work off the page onto the page. That way you don't get like really bad smudgies. I want this to be my darkest yellow there. Now remember that your fingerprints can get on this. They can be smudged out or buffed out, but it's good to have a spare piece of paper. So maybe I'll just grab one. Just so that you can put your hand on it. Okay, so I'm using 4 colors. So I'm going to put this one right in here. And I just want a band of darkness, and then I'll blend the two. Okay, so now I'm going to work my way down. Towards the mustard. And then I'm going to take my mustard, I might work my way up towards the marmalade. Okay. And I'm just going to switch back and forth. That looks pretty good. So that's a pretty good blend. This is where I'm going to cover it up. And I'm going to switch my blenders. I'm going to keep my marmalade out. Swap my mustard seed for probably picked raspberry. Oh, maybe we'll do coral because that's kind of an orangey pink. Let's do coral first. And then we'll go up to picked raspberry. Okay. Nice bold one here. Blend up, and then we'll also blend down. Take the orange, do the same. Okay. That looks pretty good. Got some marmalade in the coral. I'm going to take my marmalade off and put picked raspberry on. We'll just do a nice deep picked raspberry on the edge. Or if you're looking for a project that doesn't get messy, this is not it. You get messy with this one for sure. Oxides get very messy, but the result is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put some more coral, start my deep coral and bring it out to my picked raspberry. There we go. There's a nice gradient of 4 colors. just going to stack these up and we'll put them away later. Scooch them off the camera. Okay, so there's a couple stamp sets I wanted to use today. They're new. So hopefully you're loving the new catalog. I am. I really am. I love it. If you hear clinking behind me, it's really windy here, so my rose bushes are hitting my window. So that's what you hear if you hear that clank. Okay, I'm just going to wipe off my all-purpose mat. This mat is definitely needed for this type of project. If you're using oxides or the sprays, the gloss sprays, which I might pull out too. Okay, there we go. So that's one of them that I wanted to use. The other one that I wanted to use, I'm not seeing readily in my stamps. But I know I just used it. It may already be out. I don't know. There it is. It's the one from Sweet as Honey. These flowers. I really like those flowers. So I'm going to use these two. And I already have these guys cut out in this. I'm just going to stamp onto here. And maybe we'll do it like this, where the yellow is on the top. This one I do recommend having a double mat, a double cushion under. I've used it enough to know that it can be kind of stubborn sometimes, this particular flower set. So I recommend 2 cushions. And so I bought the 4x4 block, and it's too big for the 4x4, so you'll have to go with the ginormous block. This is a very large stamp set. Very large stamp, anyway. But I've used it a lot, so it's pretty well seasoned. But if you haven't seasoned it, do so. Okay, and I'm going to put it down here, and I may let it hang off the card just a little bit, and that's fine by me. I'm just going to use black, and I'm going to use archival because it's the bolder of the blacks. You have intense, and then you have the archival, and then you have regular black, but I always use my archival. And it's easier for me to stamp, to ink these up when they're upside down. The big stamps. So I just rubbed it all over and now I'm tapping it. Now it looks like I missed some in here, so I'm going to go ahead and ink some of this. And that looks pretty good. Nice firm pressure downward. And I missed a lot, actually, but maybe we can cover them up with fairies, because I really don't want to put that back on there. The one fairy I really wanted to use is this one. This is the sentiment that I'm going to be using. So, doesn't look like I'm going to be able to cover much up with her. This one is, I think this is the mushroom. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is the mushroom. So these stamps, the bigger stamps, can be trickier to use because they're harder to ink, in my opinion, and harder to control, but that's okay. I don't think I'm going to use the mushrooms. I might just use a bunch of fairies. Put her there, and her there. And then maybe one over here. We'll kind of do it like that. So let's go ahead and stamp fairies in the sentiment. And the reason why I can overstamp it, I can stamp it again, but the reason why I'm not going to is because it is so detailed that chances are I'm not going to get it perfect. And then I'm going to have to redo the whole thing. So this way I can at least cover up my boo-boos. And these ones I'm going to use my long block, this one, and I have not used these little fairies yet. So I need to season them. And I am going to be using Archival. It is my favorite to use. In fact, I think I need a re-inker for both my blacks, actually. Using them too much. This one is this girl. I love her. She's so cute. She's probably my favorite. She looks a little devious in my opinion. Those little eyes, she looks like she's up to no good. Maybe that's why I like her. This one is this girl. Nope, this one is this one. Carrying the little bag. We'll do the other fairy and then the sentiment. Now she does have a dark solid component to her, like the basket. So make sure that's well inked. And that's another good reason to have double mat or double cushion, so that that little basket can come out really nice and crisp. In fact, she came out really well. Alright, let's do the sentiment. That's not the one I wanted. There's 3 sentiments on here. Let's get a 2x2. This one is Fairy, hold on, Pixie Wishes and Fairy Dust Kisses. This will be perfect for the recipient for this one. Should have done under the water theme, but I didn't. I think every little girl should have a little fairy card. This is going to a girl who's turning 1 next week. So there's that one. Okay, now we can bring in our project and finish it up. In fact, I'm going to probably spritz this too. Not really spritz it, but some gloss. I haven't used the gloss sprays. They're kind of fun. I rarely use it as a gloss spray. I actually use it more for just splattering my projects, but it's kind of fun. It is messy, so just be aware that it is very messy, and I just want a little bit of splatter, which I'm not getting much. There we go. So it's like pixie dust all over the place. It dries really quickly, so that's a plus. It is very messy. If you use it as a spray, make sure you clean the nozzle almost immediately, because you're not going to get it clean otherwise. It is a very goopy mixture that stains everything, so just be aware of that. Okay, I'm just kind of flapping it so that it can dry. Bringing the trimmer back in. There it is. Okay, here's my trimmer. I'm going to trim the bottom of these flowers. And I'm going to let the papaya show for 1/4 inch all the way around. So I'm going to trim this down 1/2 inch on all sides. Or on 2 sides, I guess. So it was 4 1/4, it's now 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so now I have less to cover up too, which is kind of nice. So that'll look nice. Bring those in. I got new Tombos, but don't know if I brought them in. There they are. Like I always say, breaking into the Tombow packs, the refill packs, are harder than refilling them. And these ones are really easy to refill. You only go in one way. You don't have to guess. And just clip in. Toss the other one. Well, I thought it would be easy. What's wrong with this one? Why is it not spinning? I've never had that happen. I've never had it happen where it bunches up. I'm not dealing with that today. Let's just deal with my liquid glue if I can find it now. I thought I took it out. Boy, oh boy. Having a rough go. Okay. One benefit of liquid glue is that you can put things down and then move them. Wiggle them around a little bit before they're totally adhered. And I'm going to just flip it over because that way I'm not getting all my fingerprints on my backdrop there. Okay. Bring back all my little fairies. I really like her. Maybe we'll put her down there. I don't know if I'll use her, but I think that's where I'm going to put these girls. Then I'll trim their legs off. Now again, you don't have to undo all of this. You can just leave some of them on, the backs on. There's that one. Although I do like her little basket. It's kind of cute. So we're going to make the basket go in. Now I could just put a big strip down the middle here, but I don't need to. Better if you can cover some of the wings and such so that you know that they're going to lay down how you want and not be bent in your card or whatnot when it arrives to its destination. Here's that one. Okay, and then I'll probably color these girls in with probably colored pencils. But that is pretty much the card. And it's going to just go on the card base, right? It's the whole card. Front is the A2 size, so it'll just go on like that. And maybe we'll decorate the inside really fast. Let's do it in coral. Still trying to get like an inside card that I really, really like. That should probably be pretty good for a sentiment. I'm use my Celebrating You. I think that's what this is called. Yeah, Celebrating You. It's an older stamp set. But I really like this particular happy birthday out of it. It's this and Melissa Esplin that I really like. Just these two. I use these a lot. And there's the inside sentiment. Now I can write in it and hand it to her with her little birthday gift. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. I'll post this after I get the little girls colored, the little fairies colored. I'm going to do that off camera. So you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on Saturday for a scrapbook. Bye.